Welcome back to another video where I get to review another product, and today I have the Ampligame AM8. Most beginner microphones either sound bad or require expensive extra gear. So what if I found a mic that gives you both USB and XLR? It has a dynamic capsule for better noise rejection, built-in RGB lights, and real-time monitoring that doesn't require an interface to get started. And by the end of this video, I hope you'll know if this is actually worth your money or not. Okay, so let's see what's in the box. So right as you open it, you get the little manual. Pretty much tells you how to make it work, or what the buttons are for, guidelines for use, and pretty much all the details that you need. Yeah, you get a stand. And this right here is the microphone itself. Hold on, there's one more thing in here. It also comes with a USB-A to USB-C. Okay, now I'm gonna try to screw the microphone into the stand. Okay. And has a little Velcro. Oh, okay, so it has the attachment that you need in order for you to go from USB-C to USB-A. So we won't be I'm gonna be needing the USB-C. So you got the XLR entry, you got the USB-C entry, you got a microphone jack. That's pretty much it for the entry points. It swivels in place to adjust for the best angle. It looks like this button up here changes the RGB lights. Also the audio volume, and then the microphone volume, and then lights. Pretty cool. Okay, pretty basic setup. Oh, I like this feature. So in the back, it's tap to mute. So when you tap it and it's red, that means you're muted. And now you're not muted anymore. So it's a quick visual to see if you're muted or not, which is pretty cool, pretty handy. I like that feature. This mic has been very popular with gamers, beginner creators, because it's simple to use, plug into your MacBook or PC via USB or XLR if you have that option. So the question is, how good does it actually sound? Alright, so now, when I first started the video, you were listening to my DJI, but now I'm actually going to be swapping over to this sound, and I'm going to go with just the neutral settings. Okay, so I'm going to add a little photo of the dynamic diagram so you guys can see. Apparently, the microphone sounds the best whenever you're about like a hand, I don't know, like 3 inches away from the microphone. This is the best position to be at. If you get a little too far, it'll sound a little different and it might not be as crispy. Now I'm like a foot away. Now I'm behind the microphone, and this is what it's gonna sound like. It should have good sound reduction to remove any background noises, but you will get to hear that. See what you think. Alright, so I'm just gonna be comparing the sound of the DJI versus the sound of the microphone, and I'm gonna try to not add any settings, not gonna boost any EQ sounds, no processing after editing or whatever. So I'm just gonna speak normally, and this is what it sounds like at talking distance, about, like I said, like about 4 inches away. And now I'm gonna get my keyboard so I can do a quick test. So I got my little keyboard here, and this is what it's gonna sound like when I'm talking and I'm typing on the keyboard. I hope that it doesn't sound too loud. Now versus on this side, this is what it's gonna sound like if your keyboard is, about 7 inches away from your microphone. test it over here on this side as well. This is just a basic background noise, background sound. If you're gonna be using this whenever you're gaming, so like common sounds that you'll hear whenever you're recording. Now, unfortunately, I don't have anything to test out the XLR, which I will be testing it later on. But as of right now, I'm just plugging in the USB-C to my MacBook, and this is how I'm testing it out. This is really simple. I took it out the box, plugged it into my MacBook, and ready to go. Swapped a couple settings on the MacBook, and I mean it's pretty simple. You don't need anything extra. You just need to plug it in and you're good to go. So the pros are that it has dynamic, right? It's good noise rejection. You have the ability to use USB and XLR. It's easy. Plug it in and you're ready to go. I believe you can mount this. If you have an arm stand, you can totally mount it like so. Actually, I'm gonna try to test that out real quick. Unfortunately, that's not the right... Wait, it is the right size. Alright, obviously, this is like a really quick setup. It's not gonna be perfect. But yeah, you can mount it, and like I said, the best position is gonna be whenever your microphone is like this, even slightly like this. Also, another thing I just saw, whenever it's plugged in, you're kind of limited. You don't really have any movement. Not that you need it, but just to keep that in mind. The cord gets in the way if you want to try to get creative with the angle that you're using. But yeah, this is what it would be like. So now I want to talk about who this is for. If you're a gamer, YouTuber that wants great sound without buying too much, interfaces, anything else, this is perfect, right? You plug it and you're good to go. If you're doing a professional podcast studio, this is still good, but if you want something a little more high-end, definitely this is kind of like entry level, right? The Ampligame AM8 isn't trying to be the best microphone ever made, right? It's just trying to be the easiest way for you to get great audio. And honestly, in my honest review, it succeeds. It's meeting the standards that it's trying to hit, right? USB for simplicity, XLR for upgrades, dynamic for noise control. It's for beginners. This might be one of the safest mic recommendations right now. I mean, you're listening to the audio. You get to choose yourself what you think, right? So if this review helped you, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Are you interested in buying the microphone? Do you think the quality of the microphone is good enough for your videos? And if you want to see more honest tech reviews, subscribe and like, and any support we get is appreciated. Thank you very much, and until next time.